Um, I came to Bloomington Normal, transferred in as a student at ISU in 1968, graduated in 1970. I had a low draft number, so I signed up for the Army and enlisted. I served 3 years in the Army. At the end of the Vietnam War, I was blessed. My orders were to go to Vietnam after AIT, and they were changed to Europe. So I spent 2 years in Germany. And I've got Ulmer's a real German last name, so every time a German met me, even if I couldn't speak much German, I was immediately a friend. Then I came back I was discharged from the Army on about a Thursday in Europe, I was discharged here. I left Europe on a Thursday and Monday. Started graduate school at ISU, got a master's degree in economics, taught economics at ISU for 3 years, taught economics at Millikan University in Decatur for 6 years, and then I was hired by the power company to join the electric rate design team. So that's my professional background. I've been a normal resident or active in normal politics. I will say I've run for normal council 3 times, never won. It's very difficult for somebody who doesn't have the mindset as the mayor and those in power to win. Once in a while somebody does, but the group think there is terribly bad. And I think of myself as I look at the overall picture of something. For example, I think they did a great job with Uptown. However, how could they not possibly think of a pick-up and drop-off area for passengers at the Amtrak station? I brought this up to them, and they said pick-up and drop-off is the same as parking. Now you tell me pick-up and drop-off at an airport or a bus station or any other public place like that is the same as parking. They just lie to you, which I will never do. I'll never make up an excuse or a story. I asked them about why the tunnel wasn't built. Springfield had tunnels under the tracks, both pedestrian and motor vehicle, when the high-speed rail was put through. I talked to the person who was city manager at the time, and he said, well, we just assumed we could continue to use that at-grade crossing from where the old station on the south side of the track was and all that. But then I got a wild idea. I called up the Illinois Commerce Commissioner and asked to talk to the chairman of Railway Safety. He said, well, they have a division for railway safety at the Illinois Commerce Commission. It's just not roads and trains and airplanes. And he told me that the representatives from Normal were told they wouldn't be able to use the crossing. But they never asked for a tunnel or anything. But yet, the representatives elected and the people in the city manager's office at the time told me it was never discussed. But the person who was in charge of rail safety at the Illinois Commerce Commission told me it was discussed at length. I will never lie to you like that. I've been a resident of Normal, off and on, mostly on, since 1968, except for the 3 years in the Army, and a few years I lived in Decatur when I worked for Illinois Power, the predecessor to Ameren in the area. I, for over 43 years, owned 5 apartment buildings, rental properties, 16 units. Deeply involved. I always was concerned about property taxes. Most of the people at the town of Normal were great to work with. It's the people at the top I had problems with. And I have enjoyed living in Normal. I right now live on North Linden Street, just a few blocks from where I drove into ISU as an undergraduate and first a graduate student on the old Route 66. There was no I-55. It wasn't complete back then. I get out, I talk to people, I call people. It's amazing how you can talk to someone at the top of the Commerce Commission or on rail safety at the top of the Commerce Commission. I'm not afraid of that. I engage them. And what I'm trying to say here is, if some issue comes up, I step back and I just don't look at what we're trying to do. I look at what is the whole picture, what else is going to impact this, and what should we not forget to think about, like how to get across the tracks or to drop off and pick up passengers. I cannot imagine how these people could not think of those things. But on the Normal Township, as a trustee, I will look at the big picture and anticipate what is needed on projects and programs, not just get caught up in the minutia and the detail of it. Let's see, what else do I want to say? Well, I was a landlord for 43 years. I still own a couple of vacant lots, so I'm not gung-ho to raise property taxes. The township taxes are a small part of what's on your property tax bill, a couple of percent or so. But I'll make sure they're spent judiciously, wisely, and for projects that benefit the residents of Normal Township. Thank you.